Harper One and HarperAudio present The Dreaming Path. Indigenous Ideas to Help Us Change the World by Paul Callaghan with Uncle Paul Gordon. Read by Luke Carroll and Gregory J. Fryer. While this book is intended as a general information resource, and all care has been taken in compiling the contents, it does not take account of individual circumstances and is not in any way intended as a substitute for professional medical or psychological advice, diagnosis, or treatment. It is essential that you always seek advice from a qualified health professional if you suspect you have a health problem. The author and publisher disclaim any liability in connection with the use or reliance on the information contained in this book. The information in this book is published in good faith and for general information purposes only. Although the author and publisher believe at the time of going to press that the information is correct, they do not assume and hereby disclaim any liability to any party for any loss, damage, or disruption caused by errors or omissions, whether they result from negligence, accident, or any other cause. Some passages in this book include knowledge and cultural expressions of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. This knowledge comes from country and its people and has been handed down through the generations. It is Indigenous cultural and intellectual property, ICIP, that belongs communally to First Peoples who continue to practice their culture. First Peoples have cultural protocols about how their ICIP can be shared and used, and the unauthorised use, adaptation, and publication of ICIP without the free prior informed consent of First Peoples is a breach of ICIP protocols. Content warning. This book addresses themes of depression, trauma, and suicide. To those who are ready to shed their cloak of grey and dance in colour, to my wife Alison, who has taught me so many things, to those who have come before me, I hope I have honoured your footsteps. The message. The big sky slumbered in its enormity. The stars looked down on the ancient sands with infinite memories of what had been. The orange of small flames pierced the darkness. By the firelight I sat, hypnotised by the profound stillness. The crackle and fizz of the ambers amplified the quiet as wisps of smoke began to take shape. The old spirit looked at me with eyes of wisdom, love, and sadness. Why are you all so busy but doing so little? Why do you try so hard to get things you don't really need? Why do you see happiness as such a hard thing to achieve? Why can't you be content with what you have been given? What you really need is all around you, but you don't see it. You have all lost your way. You have forgotten who you are. You are not living your truth. You still have time to remember. You need to remember. You need to reconnect. If you don't remember, if you don't reconnect, you will have failed us, and things that are important will be gone. We will be gone. Everything will be gone and lost forever. Preface. We, the authors of this book, pay our respects to and acknowledge all Indigenous peoples of this earth, past, present and future. As Aboriginal people from the lands now called Australia, we honour the many traditional Aboriginal nations within Australia. We pay our respects to our Aboriginal...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?